Alright guys, welcome back to the Family Dream Farm. It's been a couple weeks since I've had an episode. We're going to go check food plots today, move some cameras around, check some mineral licks, refresh them. There is a lot of bucks starting to use the farm, and I want to find where they're going, where they're coming from. Like I said, it's been a couple weeks since we've been in the woods. Perfect time to get out there, swap some things around, check out the food sources, check out the watering holes, check out where the bucks are feeding, what minerals are hitting, what minerals are not. I got all my trail camera stuff organized back here. We went to external batteries for the majority of our WiseEye cell cameras, and it's working out great. These batteries last 3 to 4 months. It's just awesome because we burn through so many batteries. We got a bunch of non-cell cameras I'm going to put out. Actually, that's all that's left of the cells. We actually sold these 4 WiseEyes, upgraded some of the brand new ones, but it is 4th of July weekend. It's super hot, it's super muggy, but deer are on the mind. I have the whole farm to myself today. The farmer's actually cutting the wheat on the south side. All the other brothers are working or busy, so I can do whatever I want today and get everything set up perfectly. Go through some cards tonight. Should be a lot of fun. Should get some great footage of some of the bucks we have running around the farm. We got some up and comers, we got some shooters. There's just a lot I want to see, so let's get to it. First stop, mega plot, with the addition of the beach section, which we haven't finished the beach section yet, but here's this new screening. That's clover chicory, the hot chick mix. I'm gonna have to mow that today, and then here's the old stuff on the other side that's been here. You can see down low is good, real good. But there's a lot of weeds popping up that I'm going to mow off, but otherwise it looks pretty good. I'm pretty happy with it. Lots of clover, lots of chicory. And it's getting browsed off heavy. We've had a lot of good bucks on this camera here. I got a WiseEye. I'm going to swap out. I'm actually going to move it to a permanent pole. Steal the stick and the battery, but I'm happy with it. All right, finishing up the lake plot. I just want to walk out in the new section to show you a little bit better. Chicory's coming up, and you can see it's all being munched off. There's some bare spots, obviously. Might have to do a little bit of overseeding. A couple bare spots right here in the middle, but it's really thick down along the edge of the pond here. It's really, really thick. And you can see there's a lot of grasses on this side. So this side got hit with heavy grasses. There is chicory and clover underneath there, but it used to be just regular grass. Like over here behind me where the side-by-side is over there, it was all grass like this after we sprayed it and tilled it earlier this spring. So we're gonna have to do a couple mows, maybe a spray on this to get it where we want by season. I got my blind and mock scrape there behind. You can see it. Had an encounter with the wolf here last year. I put the WiseEye a little bit more permanent. I got this pole here, been here forever. Permanent battery, WiseEye, looking out into the plot. Should do exactly what I need it to do. I'm sure we'll be bringing you plenty of footage from that camera over the next couple weeks. On my travels today, I'm going to be refreshing some mineral licks. This lick right here has not had anything yet this year. There's an old trace mineral block there, and I've had licks there for probably the last 4 or 5 years. I didn't refresh it this spring, but it's getting torn up. And I'm also breaking one of my cardinal rules, kind of a sin. We've preached and preached and preached that the best thing you can do for the deer is to give them high mineral content and low salt. I haven't checked these bags yet, but I stopped at the feed store today to get my regular bulk mineral. And all they had was a bunch of deer on bag stuff. They were done with the bulk mineral for the year, which sucks. But I usually only ever use bulk mineral, especially once a lick is established. I may use some of the smelly goo and apple flavored this and apple flavored that, persimmon this, to start a lick. But once the deer know where it's at and are liking it, I try to use only bulk mineral, which is healthy for them, because salt doesn't really do much for them. It's more of an attractant and not a mineral lick. But you gotta do what you gotta do with what you have. So I'm gonna put a bunch of this deer on bag stuff, which is kind of overpriced, but at this point in the season, there's nothing I can do about it. But hopefully we start getting whatever's been tearing that all up. Apple spiced Jurassic Rock crushed mineral rock deer supplement. Minerals matter. 90% salt, 0.3% calcium, 300 parts per million iron. So it's cheap. Don't use this stuff. Bad. And then obviously some of the liquid version, just as bad. Ethan got a whole handful of Browning trail cameras from an outfitter. Bought them in bulk for like 20 bucks a piece. I think he picked up like 10 of them, so perfect for this application. All right, last year we did a series of videos on the Family Dream Farm called the Hidden Cornfield Plot, where I'm standing now. And as you can see, it's no longer a cornfield. So this year the farmer planted beans all around it. It gets very wet in the spring. There's still some standing water in the middle there, so we kind of tried to fight amongst ourselves and figure out what we wanted to do with this section. The farmer can't plant it, so we want to utilize it in some way. Last year, the seed mixes we had included some clover, and I came out here to put a new trail camera up yesterday, and I found there's a big patch of clover. It looks, you can't see it as good now because it's matted down underneath all these weeds I just met with. Both sides of this watering hole now, or the spot where water pulls up, there's a bunch of clover. So I decided to come in and mow it. We will probably come in as soon as that dries up a little bit more with the tractor and scraper and build a pond, for lack of better terms. We like to turkey out this area. The wood ducks like to hang out here. The mallards like to hang out here. The geese like to hang out here. So if I build a 20 by 30, a 30 by 30 pond, 2-3 feet deep right here, the critters will use it a lot. It'll help drain this area, and I'll be able to plant everything that just grew up in weeds because it was underwater. The area that'll now have a little bit better drainage, I'll be able to plant that in probably brassicas again for this fall, and I'll throw in a bunch more clover and chicory, so that next spring, when this is probably be beans again and then rotate back to corn, but next spring I'll be able to just keep this mowed and it'll be a lush clover plot. Me and Isaac hunted, I believe it was opening day here, to try to get a slow motion video kill of a doe. It was a good hunt. I almost got it done, didn't. And then we had a couple more sits here throughout the year and then kind of abandoned it because there wasn't a lot of bucks using it. In the past, there has been some good deer using this this plot. Broken Tine used it. Massey Jr. used it. We already have some good bucks this year using the beans back here, so we may make this a play once again this year. We're gonna make a water hole. We're gonna keep up on this clover. I'm gonna plant something here, and then come September, October, we'll see what the deer are doing. I have a platform over here that we'll throw a blind on. It hunts best with a south wind, which only happens about 40% of the time out here. So regardless, we're going to keep up on this and hopefully have something that we can film some hunts out of. The deer are definitely getting some use out of it. There's a mineral lick around the corner here. You can't see it, but I refreshed it yesterday. I may actually have talked about that a little bit earlier in this video, but we're going to put a watering hole in, finish out this food plot, let the clover grow up. This spot might end up being a secret little in our back pocket area of the farm this coming year. All right, checking the next couple projects. This is the domain overhaul cover crop in the C field. We planted this a couple weeks ago. It's coming up pretty thick. I had to look at the bag to tell you what it was, but there's a whole bunch of different stuff in there. And looks very green. Buckwheat is the main thing. I know there's some soybeans and some clovers and stuff, but I think buckwheat's the main one to just kind of add some nutrients back to the soil. If I continue walking here, we get to my watering hole project. One of the more beautiful spots on the farm. I weed whacked this a couple weeks ago so that we could get better trail camera videos. I'm running a series here on the Trail Camera Collective YouTube channel where you can watch all the videos from this watering hole. It's a double. I call it the land bridge watering hole. It does pretty good. You'll see some videos from this in this episode, and then, like I said, check out the Trail Camera Collective YouTube channel where I'll have a whole series on this watering hole throughout the years. Keep you guys updated. But I'm gonna pull these two camera cars real quick. Very happy with that, and then we'll move on to the next project. Well, up here at the lake plot, first time I've been here in a couple weeks. I mowed it a couple weeks ago. Something weird's happening. As you can see, the farmer's harvesting the wheat. My screening right there is coming in pretty good. Screening's coming in good. The chicory's dying. I don't know what that is all about. But the chicory appears to be dying up here. But on the flip side of that, the clover's popping up good. So I frost seeded a ton of clover in here. Earlier this spring, and it's popping up good, but man, the chicory is just getting killed off. I don't know if it got too wet. These are some low areas here. We got all this rain recently, some really low areas here, but man, the chicory's dead. That's kind of weird. I didn't spray this plot or anything, so strange. Some of it's still good. Still got some clover, chicory, but man, a lot of it's dying off. But I'm gonna mow this again today, move the cell cam around, refresh some minerals. We got some minerals all around, so hopefully the deer keep using it.